Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Dazzle-that-tarot, and I'm back for another tarot reading, okay? So please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can become notified for when I upload and when I go live. So let's go into this. So we're going to talk about the whole Courtney, Tailor, and Christian Obumseli situation. Okay, so you guys, if you've been living under a rock, this is a social media person, Insta famous, and has an OnlyFans account, and I'm talking about Courtney, and she was in a biracial relationship with an African guy named Christian. Something happened where as though Courtney stabbed Christian. There's footage or a picture or something of her with blood on her. And since then, she's been out having drinks, things like that. And she's claiming self-defense, right? And her story isn't adding up, right? Because how are you suicidal or whatever the case may be, or you're going crazy, but you're chilling in a restaurant with family or a friend or whatever, drinking. So, like nothing happened while your boyfriend is in the morgue. So, let's figure out what happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's figure this out. Give me the energy surrounding Courtney and Christian. What's going on with that? What happened? Have the Queen of Wands. The Fates. The Page of Cups. The Emperor. The Two of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. And the Queen of Cups. So let's talk about it. So first off, the first thing that come out is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is usually, a go-getter, someone who's highly attractive, someone who knows what they want, a career woman, things like that. Somebody who stands their ground as well, right? In the reverse, this talks about a woman who's a professional victim, okay? They can be jealous or envious. They can be, they can be a bit of a Jezebel. They can be all those things. But what they really are, though, is a big bitch, right? This is big bitch energy, right? So what this tells me is that with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who's forever a victim. They don't take responsibility. They blame others. That's for one. They're aggressive. They will fight you. Okay? For 3, this woman is somebody who is strong-willed. Okay? They don't back down. They double down on what they do. Okay? So, if they're in the wrong, say for instance, I don't know, I'll give it an example. They do something messed up. Right? I don't know. Steal your money. Whatever. They're going to double down. They're going to come up with an excuse that's going to make it seem like you're the problem and not them. And they're going to double down on that. So they're going to be 10 toes down on some BS. And they're strong-willed. Okay? And they like to force situations too. So you have that thing going on with her. And they can be promiscuous as well. The Fates is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? And it's right next to this person. Right? I kind of feel like oh, I see a moon right there. I didn't even see the moon. I kind of feel like what's going on right now, she's out right now, But I kind of feel like there's some deception in here. There's illusion. And it's a time frame card, right? People are not seeing what they need to be seeing, like the police and stuff like that, right? But in a matter of time, things are going to start coming out. And things are going to be crystal clear, okay? I don't believe in certain stuff. Or I don't believe in it. I don't like to put it in my readings. But the Queen of Wands could be considered a witch, right? Or doing some type of witchcraft, right? So whatever she's manipulating is working in her favor right now. Okay. The Page of Cups is in the reverse. This is somebody, if they're in a relationship, that relationship was over. They just didn't want to see it that way. These are people that walk around with rose-colored glasses that's in denial. All right? So I kind of feel like Miss Courtney after a while was being strung along by this emperor. Okay? That I'm about to get to next. Miss Courtney was thinking, oh, we're together and things like that. It's not what it looks like, but it is what it looked like. He's tired of being with you. He don't want to be with you no more. Okay? But she's doubling down on it, though. She's like, no, this is not what's happening. Okay, so then you have the Emperor in the reverse. This is a man who abuses some type of authority. This is about ego, arrogance, all types of things like that, right? So why is this Queen in reverse over here? And the Emperor is in the reverse over here. And in the middle of this, I think they were karmics, y'all. I really do. I feel like they were karmics. Okay? And I think this was fated to happen. I think it was etched in. Okay? And another thing about the Page of Cups in the reverse, too. They are very talented. They're very gifted. But the problem is, it's not that they're lazy people. Okay? They don't want to use their gifts. And that's why she wanted to be an OnlyFans model and things like that. Because she's in the reverse. The Queen of Wands upright is somebody who's a go-getter. And somebody who actually does it the right way. In the reverse, this person can be somebody who do stuff in a way to become Insta famous. Okay? And I feel like with him, I feel like he kind of abused in a way. Because you don't want to be in this relationship, but you're dragging her along. Okay? I kind of feel like if you didn't want to see it that way, I mean, she didn't want to see it that way, but that's what it was. I feel like the minute that you start thinking that you don't want to be in a relationship, I feel like you can say, why don't we just take a break? So, on that part, he could be wrong for that. That doesn't mean he deserves to die. Right? So, then we talk about the Two of Pentacles. This talks about balance. Balancing money. Okay? Fluctuating wealth. Balancing money. And it's right beside or juggling. It could be juggling as well. For some reason, I kind of feel like he could have been juggling two people. I don't know why I get two people. Or he had plans to mess with somebody else. Or to start talking to other people. Okay? The Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse. You don't want nobody taking stock of what's going on in your relationship. That's the worst thing you want to do. I mean, that's the worst thing you want your partner to do, is to sit there and take stock of your situation. okay? And not find the value in it, okay? And it's right beside the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks about expansion, wanting to explore, getting a new thing going. You know what I'm saying? And it's about action, enterprise, relationships, creativity, right? He wanted to explore options. And you know, the 3 is like third party. He wanted to explore other options, okay? And then you have this Queen of Cups right here that's in the reverse. Okay? So let's talk about this Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Queen of Cups in the reverse, I'm going to tell you about the Queen of Cups in the reverse. The Queen of Cups in the reverse is an emotionally unintelligent woman or an emotionally imbalanced woman, right? They're codependent. Hey, she was drinking at that restaurant. I think she drinks a lot, right? Immature. Have outbursts, right? Emotional outbursts. But they can be easily manipulated too. When you see the Queen of Cups in the reverse, when it comes to a relationship, this is a woman that can be manipulated or can be cheated on. It does represent that. So I feel like, and it's all in this energy space right here with this Emperor in the reverse. I kind of feel like he's dragging her along. Doesn't really want to be with her like that no more. He wants expansion. But the problem is you have this codependent woman. So at this point, I want to explore my options. So I'm going to just act like I'm with her, but I'm not with her. I don't really want to be with her no more. But this woman's strong-willed. She's not going to let you go. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And you know that injustice is right here. This woman is strong-willed. She's not going to let you go. So, it did get violent. And she did initiate that violence. Because she had an emotional outburst. Because she's like, I don't want to think that we're just going to end up being F-buddies. They're karmics. He was taking stock of his relationship and didn't want it no more. He was looking elsewhere, which makes him the Emperor in the reverse, okay? Abusing the authority, okay? In that way. But that doesn't mean you kill him. So that's what I'm picking up that happened. So how was Courtney? I mean, should I even ask that if I'm telling you what type of female she is? And I'm going to tell you what else. The Queen of Wands, if you ever get a Queen of Wands in the reverse or a Queen of Cups in the reverse, they need attention. Okay? So, that's another thing. So, should I even ask about that? Okay, so will Christian Obumseli get justice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Death card. The 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Page of Swords. The Hermit in the reverse. The 10 of Wands. The 3 of Swords. The 4 of Swords in the reverse. And the King of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all. I think, look, first thing to come out is a transformation. This is a transition, okay? From one way of being to another. Okay? So, he died, but through his death, there's a transition for this woman. That's the first thing that come up on top of her. But I feel like, I don't know if they were engaged to be married, but you see this person with a wedding veil. with this man and with the skeleton. But she's tied up. I think that will happen. I think they will bring her into custody. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse talks about this is somebody who's supposed to be single, who's supposed to be making money on their own, who doesn't need any help and things like that. In the reverse, that's somebody who is entitled. That's for one. It's the entitlement. They want money. They don't want to work for it. Okay? Also, this can also be somebody who loses their independence. Okay? The Page of Swords is upright. This is somebody, when it's upright, this talks about being nosy, snooping, looking at Instagram accounts, asking around, somebody spying. I feel like they're looking around on everything that she's doing. They're being, like the police is doing all that. They're looking for stuff, okay? The Hermit in the reverse. And I think she's trying to come up with plans too, because the Page of Swords do try to come up with a plan. They may not execute it the right way. It may not look pretty, but they're trying to come up with a plan. And you see she got that knife right here too, right? So you do it and then you come up and you try to come up with a plan, right? The Hermit in the reverse, this is not listening to judgment. I mean wisdom. It can be coming out of isolation, or going into a depression, or going into isolation, right? Right now she's out. And I think it's because she done told the authorities this thing, and it looks like she's getting away with it right now. Okay? This is the wise person. So the Page of Swords has come up with a plan towards this wise person. So she looks like she's getting away with it. But she's burdened. Okay? She has a burden on her. The Three of Swords talks about a breakup, heartbreak, betrayal, separation, distance. The Four of Swords in the reverse talks about needing to take a break, exhaustion, or it's a period of action now. But then the King of Swords shows up. And the King of Swords can be a judge. And after listening to everything and collecting all the information that they can, they judge fairly. Do I feel like this judge is going to judge her fairly? Yes. Do I feel like she's going to get locked up? Yes. Right now, things are working. She's worked her little magic, but the problem is she's not a Queen of Swords. She's a Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords don't execute a plan. I mean, they come up with a plan, but it's not going to be executed flawlessly. So it's going to be trip-ups and stuff. And people are snooping around. People are asking questions. People are asking around all types of stuff. And that will make things not line up, right? And what she initially told them, they didn't use their better judgment. They didn't use their wisdom. Their X amount of years being a detective. They should have detected this immature communication. Okay? So I think he's going to get justice. And he's going to get justice because of her. Right? Because of how she acts. People are going to see her. Right? It's the entitlement for me. You're not entitled to anybody. So what about him in these tweets? Why? These tweets was in 2016, 2012? Or whatever, when he was young. About how, he dislikes black women. And he likes white women. He was talking about white woman boobies. But, I mean, people tweet crazy stuff. Look at JT. She tweeted some stuff before she was famous. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, what's his energy surrounding black women? What's his stance on black women? What was his stance on black women before he died? As an adult, what was his stance? Let's see. What was his stance on black women before he died as an adult? Okay, so I'm going to tell you, the Nine of Wands in the reverse is something that's not worth fighting for, okay? The Seven of Wands is defense. The Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold. The Six of Pentacles talks about selfless giving, but one person is blind, the other person isn't, okay? So, he's more connected to white women. That's just what it is. Because the person with the black hair, I'm talking about black women, is blinded. They don't see him. But the other woman, that's this sandy brown, almost blonde hair, is connecting to this person. So he gave to white women because he connected to them. He didn't feel like black women was worth the fight anymore. He's been bruised. The Nine of Wands talks about a bruised person, but still, that's still fighting. But and they want to fight. It's something to fight for. But it's in the reverse, so they don't feel like it's something to fight for, right? And they've given up that battle, and they've become defensive. You feel like he's been left out in the cold. But if you see these strings right here, these ribbons, they're cut. I think he cut the strings. He cut ties, okay? He cut ties. And he connected more with white women, okay? He cut ties with black women, okay? Like in that way, he like white women, okay? That's just what it is. This Temperance card in the reverse talks about being hedonistic and doing things for self-gratification and don't care about consequences. So to me, and then it's an imbalance, and you need to heal from past things. And I kind of find it funny that it's not funny, but I feel like, when it comes to black women, we can be kind of brutal. And that's not saying that, we deserve to be talked about down or whatever, but that's not just black women either, so let me say it the right way. Sometimes, we can hurt people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could have been the issue. So somebody hurt his feelings that was black. Okay? So you have like the Nine of Swords, overthinking, overworried, anxiety. The Hanged Woman in the reverse, stubbornness, not willing to see it from a different point of view. And the Hierophant in the reverse, that talks about being inappropriate or being a rebel, thinking outside the box, going against the status quo. So I feel like with this, he went from not feeling like he needed to fight for... I'm trying to say it the right way. He cut black women off, okay, out of his life. He cut, as far as romantic wise, he cut ties. Somebody hurt him, okay, and cut ties. And he decided to go outside the norm, seek outside his race. Okay? That's what happened with that. So I do think that she's going to eventually get in trouble. Okay? She is. And, you know, I think that he was about to leave her or something. Or he wanted to talk to other people. But he felt that way for a minute and he was dragging her along. And she was codependent. And she doubled down on whatever she thought. And she's a forever victim. So she got violent and had an emotional outburst. With a knife. Okay? So now she's trying to weasel her way out of it. Come up with things. But they're eventually going to get hit to that. Okay? So that's what I have for Christian and Courtney. Alright? That came out too. As soon as I was talking. That lets me know that Two of Cups is the ending of a relationship or tumultuous relationship at that. One not willing to work with the other. Two of Swords is making a decision. Right? And Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is talking about doing things in a shady way. You know, making money. Going after your passions. And, you know, it's going to pay off. But in the reverse, it talks about going after it in a shady way. Not wanting to work for something. She got rid of him in a shady way. She's not telling the truth, okay? And the Six of Wands is upright in the back of this, okay? This talks about victory. Look at me. You know, I kind of feel like she's liking this attention on the low. She's an attention seeker. Okay? I bet you people been on her OnlyFans. Even if it is to say something bad. I don't know why I get that from her. Ooh, my left eye twitching. Okay. Alright, you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.